Greetings to all. In this video, I am going to explain about needle electrode, microelectrodes, and their equivalent circuit, and how to measure the biopotential using two electrode methods. Then, what are all the problems occurred through this measurement? Okay, from the previous videos, I explained about what is my biopotential and half cell potential, different types of electrode, especially explained about surface electrode. In this video, we are going to see about needle electrode and microelectrode. Okay, so first needle electrode. Needle electrode is nothing but it is used to measure action potential of peripheral nerves. Here a needle is used to make a lumen through which a short length metal wire is inserted. So we are going to insert a metal wire through our body, so it will sense the nerve activity and for further communication purpose. A short length metal wire is bent at one end and inserted through a lumen into the muscles. This wire picks up the electrical activity of the biological system. If one wire is used as a measuring electrode and other separate reference electrode is used, then it is called a monopolar needle electrode. Okay, so here the figure shows the needle electrode arrangement. In the bottom side we have central electrode and insulation part. Here the needle arrangement is placed. This needle arrangement is somewhat bent and inserted into our nerves, and the activity of the nerve is sensed and the signal is passed through a for further communication system through the upper part lead wire as shown in figure. Okay, so different types of needle electrode also available, but we are going to study only bipolar needle electrode. If two insulated wires are used, one as a reference frame and other as a measuring electrode through the lumen of the needle, then such an electrode system is called bipolar needle electrode system. Okay, in bipolar needle electrode system, two such electrodes are available. One is inserted into our lumen, another one is for a reference system. In the bottom side we have two leads. So one is inserted into our body, another one gives a reference signal. Okay, so first the inserted needle gives about the information about our nerve system. In the nerve system, signals will convert into the reference system, and then the further error, and then on comparing these two signals, the error signal will be generated. This error signal will be passed through our communication system through the upper part lead wire for further activity. That is, if there is any problems occurred in our muscles or nerve, it will be correctly sensed and referred with one reference signal, and according to the error condition, this activity will be activity and further medicine will be taken to our body. Okay, then next is a equivalent circuit of a needle electrode. This is the equivalent circuit of the needle electrode. Here if we are taking as a bipolar, means in the upper part we have two electrode system. One is for reference, another one is for measuring equipment. Okay, so for reference, here the equivalent circuit will be divided into two parts. One is for reference, another one is for our measuring purpose. So both are having some leakage resistance and electrode capacitance. It will be shown in the figure where C is a leakage resistance and C is a electrode capacitance, from which we can able to find the total impedance, and from which we can able to find, that is the general voltage developed, V is equal to I into R. Okay, so it is somewhat similar to the previous surface electrode system. Okay, then microelectrodes. The third subdivision of electrode is microelectrodes. So first one is surface electrode, second one is needle electrode, third one is microelectrode. Okay, so surface electrode only measure the surface, from the surface of our body. needle electrode, one type of needle will be injected into our nerve and it will be sensed through the nerve activity. Okay, so then is a microelectrodes. Microelectrodes give the very most accurate result. So microelectrode is the one of the best electrode to measure the electric signal. Microelectrode are used to measure potential near or within a single cell. Okay, so within a single cell measurement is available, so it is the very accurate method. These electrodes are otherwise called intracellular electrodes. These are very small diameter, so they do not damage cells during intersection. When a microelectrode is used to measure the potential of the cell, it is located within a cell with the reference electrode is situated outside the cell. Okay, so here the electrode will be situated inside the cell, but another one electrode will be situated outside the cell. It is a reference purpose. The diameter of the tip of the microelectrodes ranges from 0.5 to 5 microns. Listen, 0.5 to 5 microns. Okay, diameter of the microelectrode. Then there are two types of microelectrodes are available. So first one is metal microelectrode, second one is non-metal microelectrode. So first one is metal microelectrode, another one is non-metal microelectrodes. Okay, so microelectrode itself asked as a 8 mark or 13 mark question. Okay, so first one is a metal microelectrode. Okay, so these electrodes are made up of fine tungsten or stainless steel wire. Okay, so it is made by tungsten or stainless steel wire. They are formed by electronically etching the tip of the tungsten or stainless steel wire to a fine point. This technique is known as electropointing. So pointing the tip of the electrode into inside the cell is known as electropointing. This etched metal wire is then supported by a larger metallic shaft. The figure shows that arrangement. Here the metal shaft is available, also the tip is available. So the tip will be inserted into our cell. The metal shaft is a supporting structure of the tip. Okay, so the metallic shaft acts as a steady mechanical support of the microelectrode, means of connecting microelectrode to this lead wire. So it gives the support to the tip. Also through the metal shaft, the tip, the cell activity, that is the behavior of the cell will be sent into the lead wire through this metal shaft arrangement. The microelectrode and the supporting shaft is insulated by a polymer material or varnished. So it is insulated by varnish arrangement. The extreme tip of the microelectrode is left without insulation. Okay, so we are giving proper insulation, then only the outside of the metal electrode will not affect our surrounding. Okay, the bioelectrical potential measured is actually the difference in instantaneous potential of the measuring microelectrode and reference electrode. So as I already told, the cellular, that is the cell activity will be compared with one reference signal. According to the comparison, the error will be produced. From the error signal, we can able to further analyze the problem of the particular cell. Okay, so this is the metal microelectrode. So then another is the equivalent circuit of the metal electrode. This figure shows the equivalent circuit of the metal electrode. Here the biopotential will be measured. E is equal to EA plus EB plus EC, where E is a biopotential, EA is a metal electrode electrolyte potential at the microelectrode tip, EB is the reference electrode electrolyte potential, EC is the varnish cell membrane potential, RE is the resistance cell membrane potential, RB is the resistance of microelectric tip, RE is the resistance of connecting wire, RFA, RWA WWA is the impedance of microelectrode tip. RIN is the resistance of intracellular fluid. RB is the resistance of wire connected to the reference electrode. Then RFB, RWB, CWB is the impedance of electrode-electrocellular fluid interface. REX is the resistance of extracellular fluid. CD is the capacitance between insulator shaft of microelectrode and the extracellular fluid. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit, and last final potential is obtained. E is equal to 3 parts EA, EB, EC. I expand all those letters. Okay, so next one is a non-metal microelectrode. So from the previous, the metallic shaft is available to communication purpose, also the supporting of the tip, but here is a non-metal microelectrode. So it is also called as a micropipette. So micropipette is the other name of the non-metal microelectrode. It consists of a glass micropipette whose tip's diameter is about 1 micrometer. So from the previous, the diameter is 0.5 to 5 micron, but here the diameter is about 1 micrometer. A thin flexible metal wire made of silver, stainless steel or tungsten is inserted into the stem of the micropipette. One of the metal wire is mounted to a rigid support and the other free end through the stem of the micropipette is resting on the cell. Pick up the piezoelectric potential. The figure shows the micropipette arrangement. Here in the bottom side we have one tip arrangement. This tip is inserted into our body. The diameter is about 1 micrometer. Then it will measure and send feedback about the single cell activity. For further purpose, it will be communicated through lead wire system. The remaining operation is similar to metal microelectrode. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit of non-metal microelectrode. Here the biopotential is also similar to previous. E is equal to EA plus EB plus ED, ED plus EC. One additional will be also inserted. Here E is a biopotential, EA is a potential between metal wire and electrolyte filled in the micropipette. EB is the potential between the reference electrode and the extracellular fluid. EC is the variable cell membrane potential. ED is the potential existing at the tip to the different electrolyte present in the pipette and the cell. Okay, so here one metallic, here one non-metal, that is one of the solution will be inserted inside our body, inserted through the micropipette arrangement, but from the in metal arrangement this is supported through one metal arrangement, but here non-metal, so one of the solution is available. ED is a, that is here it will be seen as EC is a variable cell membrane potential. Okay, so this is the difference between the two, that is metal microelectrode and non-metal microelectrode. Okay, so up to this we have to studied about needle electrode, equivalent circuit of needle electrode, then metal electrode, the types of metal electrode, and equivalent circuit of metal electrode. So next topic is measurement of biopotential using two electrode system. Okay, so measurement of biopotential using two electrode. Two electrode is nothing but we have to take two different electrodes. Okay, one is in surface type, another one is maybe needle type. Or inside the surface electrode we have different arrangement, that is floating electrode and suction type electrode. Different types of electrodes available. We have to take any two electrodes to measure the cell activity. Here the equivalent circuit shows this arrangement. So left hand side is one electrode, right hand side is the one electrode. So totally the difference V is equal to, the total voltage V is the difference between E1 and E2. Okay, so E1 is nothing but the potential developed during first, that is first electrode system. E2 is the potential developed between second electrode system. Okay, so it may be in a suction type, it may be in a floating type. Otherwise, this left hand side may be in a surface electrode. Here the right hand side may be in a needle electrode, or right hand side in a metal electrode type system. Okay, so these from the previous arrangement, we have to measure the cell activity through this two electrode system. Finally, the result is obtained. Total voltage V is equal to E1 minus E2. If suppose this total E1 minus E2 is plus or minus 5 variation is applicable, but exceed that, here some of the problems in that electrode system, it will be 1 or 2 times we have to repeat the process, then we have to find the accurate, very accurate result. Okay, this is the measurement of biopotential using two electrodes. Then some of the problems are arised during this potential measurement. If suppose our electrode is not working in a good manner, but we don't know the clear idea about that electrode, then it will gives the wrong information about our cell body. For that purpose, we have to go for two electrode system. If suppose one is a good condition, another one is a bad means, so we have to repeat the procedure and then find out the problem inside our body. So our problem related to our electrodes. Okay, so sometimes this problem also occur. In some time, the problems related to potential electrodes are also occurs. That is, the electrode accuracy failed to tell about the originality of the cell. Otherwise, inside the electrode, some of the repairs occurs. That is, the solution or the metallic stack or some of the arrangement should fail to monitor. In that time also problems occur. These are all the problems related to this our potential bioelectric electrodes, that is bioelectrodes, to measure this biopotential. Okay, so we have to study what is meant by bioelectrodes, types of bioelectrodes, equivalent circuits of bioelectrodes, and how to measure the biopotential using two electrode system, and what are all the problems occurred related to this measurement system, etc. Okay, so each and every electrode asked in a 13 mark or 8 mark questions is marks. Problems related to this measurement also asked in 2 mark question, and measurement of biopotential using two electrode system also asked in a 8 mark or 6 mark question. Up to this first unit was over. So in this first unit we have to study about what are all the sources generate the biopotential and biopotential arrangements, etc. Then what is meant by electrodes, different types of electrodes, and how to measure biopotential using two electrode system, and what are all the problems occur during this measurement system. Up to this first unit get over. In the upcoming videos we are entering into second unit. Thank you. I also discussed about the important questions, so concentrate all the questions and study well. Thank you, dear students. Thank you.